Politics can be tough, but in the U.S. state of Montana, it may have got physical. Greg Gianforte, a Republican congressional candidate, has been charged with misdemeanor assault after an incident involving a reporter from the UK-based newspaper, The Guardian. The journalist Ben Jacobs approached Gianforte for a comment on a Republican health care bill. Jacobs says that's when he was physically confronted by Gianforte.
And we'll talk to you about that later.
Yeah, but there's not going to be time. I'm just curious if you have the act
speak
right
with
now.
Shane, please.
But you don't.
Sick and tired of you guys. The last time that came in here, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here. Jesus. Get the hell out of here. The last guy did the same thing. You were the Guardian?
Yes, and you just broke my process.
A Fox News crew and a BuzzFeed reporter backed Jacobs' account.
There was a huge crash, like very audible. Everyone heard it, and saw Ben's feet kind of like come up the way someone does when they're getting knocked over. And then we all heard, I believe it was John, it sounded a lot like Gianforte. It sounded like him when I've heard him before yelling.
Gianforte's campaign said it was Jacobs who provoked the encounter. Tonight, as Greg was giving a separate interview in a private office, The Guardian's Ben Jacobs entered the office without permission, aggressively shoved a recorder in Greg's face, and began asking badgering questions. The incident is the focus of worldwide attention and comes at a time when the U.S. media in particular has become a target for the Trump administration. Gianforte is running against a Democrat in a state that heavily favored Donald Trump in the presidential election. The voting takes place later on Thursday, but a majority of people have already cast their ballots in early voting. If Gianforte is convicted, he could face 6 months in jail or a $500 fine, whether he wins or not. Whitney Hurst, Al Jazeera.